Everybody has a story to tell, and Caviar is on a mission to help share those stories. Join us on our quest as we travel throughout the many worlds inside of VRCHAT and sit down to interview some of the most unique individuals we can find. Warning, the stories being told in this series may deal with upsetting topics you may find disturbing. If you have a story you'd like to share, find our email in the description of this video and reach out to us. We're here to help.
I pooped my pants at a school dance and blamed it on the girl I had a crush on. Her name was Dee Dee, and she was the first girl I ever loved. To this day, she's known as Doo-Doo Dee Dee. I ruined her life.
Do you happen to remember like when this was, what dance it was when you ended up, defecating?
We were in grade 8. This was 2007. You know that one dance move everyone was doing back in 2007? It was Crank That Soldier Boy. Crank That Soldier Boy. Yeah. And to give you even more context, it was also Sloppy Joe Thursday at the school cafeteria. Which, it's messed up because you know how they say you shouldn't swim until 30 minutes after you eat? Well, they should say the same thing for dancing. Like, why would they do Sloppy Joe Thursday on the same day as the big dance? Like, who gives that much beef and beans to kids? Like, you're playing with dynamite at that point. Who does that to children?
Wait, sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but I want to clarify this before you go any further. If you pooped your own pants, how do you blame that on someone else? Like, it was in your pants.
Yeah, that's the $1 million question. I couldn't have pulled it off if it wasn't for my best friend at the time, Evan. So Evan, he was the coolest kid in the grade. He knew how to do that one breakdance move, where you're lying on the floor and you skip over one leg over and over again. Yeah, everyone wanted to be Evan. So, anyway, I had to think quick. There wasn't time to stand around. Every second I stood still, I could smell the turd that was leaking through my pants leg. And I couldn't keep dancing or else the feces would just trickle down through my legs. So I had to create a diversion. And that's where Evan came in. I remember telling Evan to do his breakdance move and him telling me he's saving it for the last song because, the DJ always plays a banger for the last dance. I just remember grabbing him by the shoulders and saying, "Look, I need you to breakdance and I need you to do it right now." As I said that, the Vanga Boys song, "We Like to Party," came on. Evan looked at me dead in the eyes and said something I'll never forget. He said, "Okay, fine, but you smell like you pooped your pants or something. Can you just back up a little bit?" From there, Evan went to work, and man, did that guy know how to draw in a crowd. While he was doing that, I quickly made a move towards the gym change rooms. But as anyone who has soiled themselves knows, you can't really move quickly when you're packing that kind of heat. So not to stick out like a sore thumb, I turned my awkward, I poop my pants run into a cool dance in order to fit in. But I also had to clench my cheeks as hard as I could to try to keep that doo-doo in my underwear. I remember feeling it slip lower and lower down my pants with every move I made. So I finally make it to the change room, home free, I'm thinking, right, wrong. Turns out I made my way into the girls' change room, and on top of that, the bathroom was out of service. There's no way to get in. I poke my head out onto the dance floor and see how much time is left. All I hear is, "The Vanga bus is coming and everybody's running, na-na-na-na." I had no idea how much time was left in the song, but there couldn't be that much time left. So I retreated back into the change room. I grabbed the first gym bag I saw. I dropped my pants, hand-bombed my turd, and did a turd transfer from my pants into the gym bag, Now that the turd was released, I was free to move. So I made my way to the boys' change room and ditched my slacks in the trash and threw my gym shorts on. By the time I got back out onto the dance floor, the party had stopped and no one was dancing anymore. everyone was huddled around the girls' change room, so I joined the herd to see what was happening. I guess it turns out I wasn't as smooth as I thought. I guess I had left a bit of a poop trail leading all the way to the girls' change room and into the gym bag, which was now housing my fresh turd. So the dance chaperone comes out of the change room with the gym bag in hand and is absolutely disgusted, gagging. And they asked whose bag was it, and Dee Dee raised her hand. She's homeless now. She's on all kinds of drugs. So I see her every now and then. I try to, pass her a buck or two every time I see her, but it's heartbreaking.
So is this something that you still carry around with you every day, or have you, learned to forgive yourself?
That's a good question, because I guess now that I look back at it so many years later, I was a different person then. I don't think I would do that now. I would probably own up to it, but it still haunts me. I'm going to be honest. I still think about it. So I don't think I have moved on.
If you were to poop your pants again today, what would you change knowing what you know now after the incident with Dee Dee?
If I were to poop my pants today, well, for starters, I would just be a man about it, I would declare it as my own, because if you don't do that, you see what happens. You end up as your doo-doo Dee Dee. Like, she had a family, and now she doesn't.
So can you offer up any advice to anyone who, listens to this story and then ends up in the exact same experience as you once did?
I would tell kids, don't be afraid to take one for the team. There is so much growth that can happen if you admit you pooped in a gym bag, and I would just be upfront about it. It'll help you in the long run.